Hello, hello. Are we live? Hey, I think we are live. Hey, welcome back, channel fam and channel strangers. If you aren't fam yet, maybe one day you will be, but welcome back nonetheless. Today we are taking a look at the Fossilizer version of Magmatron. My name is Agent Orange, first and foremost, and you are awesome, excellent you, and thank you so much for clicking that thumb and watching this video. For starters, I just woke up, so my voice is so if I like clear my throat and stuff like that, you gotta forgive me. I mean, well, I didn't just wake up, and it's it's early right now. And the second of all is I actually don't know a lot about this character, so I'm not trying to be a culture vulture and say like, oh, Magmatron was blah 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 blah, or read the wiki and trying to act like I know. That is not the case. I know of the character, and I've seen my friends had the toys and stuff like that. I never saw it in the animation and stuff, but I know of the character, and also many of you have referenced Magmatron in some of my other videos, especially my first fossilizer combiner, which actually kind of incidentally, like totally by accident, looks kind of like this, and so yeah, I mean, I just kind of used it as a study material, like a study source and a model, and I tried to basically copy as much as I could of or try to create the image as best as I could in its likeness. And some of the areas I wish I could have done better, but I mean, the parts are what they are, the parts are the parts, and I can only do so much with them. But I feel like I've done a good job. There's only one part where I cheated, where nothing's plugged in, and that's these little fists up here on his by his face, because I know Magmatron has the claws that come down over his shoulders, and I couldn't find a good way to do it. So I was like, whatever, man, I'm just gonna put it into the slot over there, and I think y'all will appreciate that. And if not, then whatever, it's okay too. But I did what I did because I wanted to. I thought it looked cool. I'm happy with the result. And if you're watching this video, hopefully you're happy with the result too. Yeah. And so he is utilizing 100% of all the fossilizer bits, minus vertebrae, of course. Generally, we exclude vertebrae when we talk about. I'm sorry, vertebrae. You know I love you, but this is utilizing one Ractonite, one Paleotrex, and one Wingfinger. The reason I laugh, by the way, when I'm apologizing to my toys and stuff, I was raised with a ton of empathy. I mean, I'm a very empathic individual. I'm an HSP. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's basically it's like a highly sensitive person. And my mom, she had a ton of empathy too, and she kind of raised me and told me like, yo, everything has anima, everything has spirit, like everything has something in it. So oftentimes you'll hear me talking to toys or apologizing to nature and all these other things, but anyway, this is the morning grogginess talking. Forgive me, forgive me. Yep. So why don't we break him down? Well, before I break him down, I just want to say I did the best I could. I tried to get his claw feet. I tried to get the claw hands. I tried to get the kind of chunky body, his sword in one hand, and the dinosaur head on the shoulder. I couldn't mimic the giant shield over here, but and I try to get the wings in that same type of silhouette that you're used to, so that if you glanced at this, you would know this fool is trying to make Magmatron, and also the little claws. By the way, today's garbage day and recycle day, so those hardworking folks are outside. They are making a lot of noise, but that noise is appreciated. But I do just ask for your understanding as well. Yeah, without those people, we'd just be living in filth. Not enough appreciation and gratitude is given to those individuals. So props to those folks. Anyway, let me go ahead and break this guy down, and I don't know what's the best way to do it. You know what? I think I'm going to start with the wings, because those just kind of pop off at the top. And the wings, as you can kind of see, are made of that one Ractonite hip piece with the thigh hip plug-in inside, and with the big rack legs hanging off the sides, with the Wingfinger spears, and then the Paleotrex calves tucked in or plugged into the undersides of the big rack legs. So yeah, I'm just going to take this part off. I had to reinforce a lot of stuff with little pieces of paper. So here, you can see that now these are just hanging there. They're not connected to anything. And they were basically just wedged in by this piece, just kind of sandwiching them down over the head. So I'm just going to remove those for now. Yeah, those are easy. Normally, I think this is the first time where I've just kind of placed stuff on top of without plugging them in, but maybe it won't be the last. But at the same time, I care and I don't care. Of course, I want to use all the parts and I want them to be plugged in, but at the end of the day, yo, whatever, man. So this is the wing. This is the wing of Magmatron, and so this is made using, like I said, the rack hip covering, the rack hip connectors, two of its big legs. Then it's plugged into the wing spear, paleo calf, and rack tiny spear. And the tiny spears are actually made in a very specific orientation, so that you want to angle them so that they contribute to closing off to creating that silhouette, creating that, like, this is like a wing, it's a bony wing, but it's a wing. Yeah. And that's how it looks from the front part. Yeah, bueno, right? So let's focus on the rest of the bot. The rest of the bot is basically yeah. So let's remove his right arm. The right arm is basically here. It's the Paleo Dino skull, right? And it's the Paleo, like, blade, arm, hip, whatever you want to call it, and it's plugged into the Paleo Dino foot claw thing. I don't know, claw, hand. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's just because I use them for so many different things, I forget what they actually were at sometimes. And so you want to take that little port that you see there that's obscured by the shadow, and you want to plug that into the top over here, and that's how you get that dino head resting on the side look that Magmatron got. And then inside the hand, you're just plugging in the Wingfinger face, the dactyl face, to become the sword, and that's it. And that little peg you use to plug into the Ractonite torso, right? And so let's take that off camera. The other arm is made using, again, the fit is really tight. It was really loose, and this thing was falling apart, and I like wanted to hurl it against the wall because I was so frustrated. But yeah, see, I'm just using little pieces of paper to strengthen it up. It's those little warning papers that come with the toy. So yeah, so we have the rack dino face. I have removed the shield because the shield is used for a different function later. And inside the mouth, what you're doing is that little hole, you're connecting the paleo tail in there, and you're sandwiching it down. It's a good little sandwich, and holding it in place with the bottom jaw of the rack dino face. And then you plug in the paleo claw, paleo robot head, and the little tail to form this, like, death maraca, death shaka thing, like, and a little piece of paper fell out. And now let's take a look at the body. Yeah, so that's the body. And as you can tell, that is the Ractonite. The body is the core torso, and then there's little things like the rack leg, the Paleotrex shield, buckler, and then the legs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to remove the legs right now first. And the legs are, as you can see, they're asymmetric. I'm just using all the parts as best as I can. And also these pieces, while they do look similar, they are slightly different as well. And we'll go over that later. But here, let me just remove the legs. The magic of pieces of paper. We have made the fit very tight. Oops. I'll show you later. Okay, so now I have removed that. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so the way everything is connected is we have one rack body here, and then we have that shield buckler, and then we have two of the small rack legs plugged in, and they need to be plugged in so that the port is on the outside, yeah? Because that's where you're going to plug in the leg. And in order to hold all of this in, this is where that dino crest shield thing is. You want to use the little heel pegs that come out from the small rack foot. You plug that into the top part of the dino crest where the small spears would go, and then boom, it just holds everything back here, and you fold it all in place, and it's nice and solid. Whoa, that truck is really big and really loud. I felt it vibrating under my bum. Whoa. And so yeah, that's well, it was a huge truck. Yeah, so that's just the crest thing. Cool, huh? And then on the bottom you just have the buckler plugged in, and that fills out this little cavity as well. Otherwise it would just look very, very empty. And so that's the torso. Yeah, let me put this to the side. What were we looking at? Legs. Okay, so this is the right leg, and this is utilizing one Wingfinger top torso, that's the head, and that's the shoulder, arm, bicep bits, one rack tail that's plugged in to the port that protrudes on the bottom over here, And on the bottom we have the paleo calf, or not paleo calf, wing calf, or sorry, Wingfinger thigh, and then Wingfinger calf plugged in to formulate the leg. Yeah, and I actually took this from the other build that I had made, the three Wingfingers and one Paleotrex. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's actually one of my favorite builds right now. One of my favorite Fossilizer builds. And the other side is very similar, but at the same time, there's asymmetry. I mean, you can see the similarities, but also the differences as well. But in the same is like, yeah, you have that little, you have it angled like so, and the port or the peg that comes out from here, you want to point downward because this is the wing finger lower leg or lower torso. Oh, I'm just getting all these terms. I'm all flustered. Sorry. Lower torso of wing finger that you're plugging in to that peg, a little waist peg area of the paleo thigh. The one part pointing up, one part pointing down. You have the wing thigh and then wing calf plugged in. And that's your left and right legs. Okay? And give me 1 second while I put them together on camera. I mean, I could try to do it like this. The only reason I was going to do it off camera is because he has all those little like pieces of paper that require for this to stand properly. I mean, not stand properly, but just the fit and finish isn't really proper on some of the Kingdom stuff. I mean, I've said it in some of the videos, like, if you look at tracks, I had to, like, dump, thickening agent on him to just get him to stand proper. That was really depressing. It was the first time that I wanted to throw a figure away, like, in the trash bin. Like, that's how much it was annoying me, and I was just so disappointed in that character. Because of that, not because of the engineering, and see how it's just like swinging there, and not because of the engineering. It's just, I mean, a little bit of the engineering, but yeah. Sorry, normally it would look better, but yeah, I'm trying to do this on camera. I don't know why I'm trying to do this on camera, but okay. So then we have the arms plugged in. But yeah, in my first Wingfinger figure, dude, that character was, or my first two actually, I should say, it was so loose and wobbly. I wanted to tear my, well, I shaved my head, so I mean, I used to have long hair, but then I don't know, I got sick of it, so I just shaved my head all the time. But if I still had my long hair, I used to have luxurious locks, but I used to donate them to this thing called Children with Hair Loss. But I don't know if I'll start doing that again. But anyway, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, dude, I almost pulled out the proverbial hair because of that. It was driving me crazy. And some people have reported that their Paleotrexes are like that too, you know. So I think overall, and my Rhinox is really bad. And so I think Kingdom just kind of suffers from some like looseness. I don't know. It actually reminds me of like Titan's Returns. Like the designs weren't that bad, but dude, like it was, a lot of the figures were just like so loose, so disappointing, and ultimately it actually just made me not collect the line. Just some key figures later, but yeah, it's ultimately I just collected the Takara stuff, which was way better in manufacturing. And anyway, I'm just venting because I think I am hambre. Yo tengo hambre. Yo tengo hambre. Voy a comer huevos rancheros. Yeah, yeah. In a little bit, yeah, I'm gonna go have some huevos rancheros con mi hermano. Right. Anyway, so that has been Magmatron, and I don't know. I think it came out okay. I think it came out okay. And honestly, I'm probably just talking to myself right now because I mentioned this in most of the videos. Very, very, very few people stay till the end. And I understand that. You know, I don't take it as anything personal. I was like, yo, you got things to do, man. Your time is so precious. And so, yeah, man, if you don't want to kick it here and hear me babble about random stuff and you want to go do things that are more productive, yo, you do you. You do you while I do me. And then we'll all do each other. Wait, no. That sounds wrong. We'll all endeavor to be we'll just endeavor to be the best we can as a team, as a squad, as a community. So thanks for watching and helping the community grow. Power to you, power to me, power to the people, and all that good jazz. And have a wonderful, fantastic day full of positive energy and vibes. Thank you so much. Bye bye.